Okay, let us analyze the data sets. Or first choose text file, and when I go to the text file, you can see here Zomato. I'll click on it and I'll hit open. And this particular file, if you see, you've got the scroll bar here. It's got restaurant ID, restaurant name, country code, city, address, locality verbose, longitude, latitude, designs, average cost for two, and so on. These are the kind of details that it has. I'll now click on add and I'll click on, remember first we chose text file. Now I'm going to choose Microsoft Excel and I'm going to choose country code. We have here country code, but we don't have the country name. So I'll click on country code here and I'll click open. Okay. So, so this is my sheet for Zomato. This is my country code file, and I'll just double click here on the sheet one, and you see this specific sheet one is having the name of the country with respect to country code, whereas when I click on Zomato, it is giving me restaurant ID, name, and the other stuff. So I have used the relationship to connect two different Excel workbooks. One of them is an Excel.xls extension. The other one is a CSV extension. Okay, let's go to sheet one now. Okay. All right. Now, if I go to my data source and I look at, I have the interesting scenarios here as restaurant ID. Okay. So let's create the KPI for restaurant ID. I'll drag it here on text. I'll click the drop down and I'll go to measure and I'll choose count distinct. I'll choose entire view, go to text here, alignment, I'll choose center in horizontal section. Okay. Then I'll click this three dots and I'll say on the top, total restaurants. Okay. Done. Okay. Then, okay. If I go back to my data, I can see here, um, the cities. Okay. That are part of it. All right. So let me now go back to sheet one, go to new worksheet. I have here what is cities here. I'll click and drag it on text. I don't need country. Let me remove it. So I'll click the drop down of city, go to measure, and I'll choose count distinct. Then yes, once again, entire view. And I'll choose here the horizontal section. So this will be what? Total cities. All right, you got it? Okay. And let us drag votes on, sorry, let me duplicate this sheet first. Right click and duplicate. And here, I'll drag votes on top of this. Careful, there you go. So this is the cumulative votes. I'll click the text and the three dots. This will be what? Total votes. All right. That's our third KPI. Let us duplicate this and create a fourth KPI, as in, let us see, hmm, as locality variables. I'll drag this and I will drop it over here. Okay, let me click this, the drop down, measure, and I'll choose count distinct. And this will be total verbose, quality verbose, sorry. All right, that's done. And okay, if we need, if we feel that we need to add more, we can do that in later as well. Okay, let's go to new worksheet now. We have here country. Let me double click on country. Click on show me, choose the second template of the map. And now I'll drag country on color and country on label. All right. Now, in each of these countries, what I'd like to present here is, the restaurant ID on label. It's going to, yes, show something like this. What I'll do is I'll click the drop down, go to measure, and I'll choose count distinct. So this is what we get. So in United States, there are 434 restaurants, Canada 4, India 8652, Sri Lanka 20, and so on. So here mention distribution of restaurants based on countries. Okay. All right. Let's go to new worksheet and let me drag, let's say country on rows. And I'd like to have uh, the option of uh, has online delivery. I want to drag this on columns. When I do that, I'm getting an option of yes and no. Okay. Now, if I click the drop down here, I'll go to measure and I'll choose count. Uh, this is what I'm getting. Okay. Now I'll sort this in descending order. I'll choose the entire view and I'll drag has online delivery on columns. Okay. And now let me switch on the labels and I'll click on label, alignment. I'll choose the horizontal section left. Okay. This is how we can see, the restaurants that are number of restaurants that are having online delivery and the number of restaurants that do not have online delivery. Okay. So this is distribution of restaurants across the globe with and without uh, online home delivery. Okay. All right. Let's go to new worksheet and let us drag um, country on columns, has table booking on rows. I'll click the drop down and go to measure and I'll choose count. I'd like to drag country on filters. Okay, I can hold the control key and drag it from here. And the client wants to exclude India because, uh, okay, let me sort this in descending order. Okay, one more. The client also wants to, let's see, get rid of United States and click OK. Yeah. Now I'll choose entire view and I'd like to drag this on color and like to drag has table booking on rows. So we are getting a no and a yes distribution over here. Okay. So this is the expanding uh, business, which is why United States and India are excluded. So we get to see, the other parts of the globe. Okay. So we'll give here a title as distribution of restaurants globally with and without table booking. Okay, now let's go to new worksheet and let me get, let's say, the restaurant name on rows, add all members, and the cuisines the number of cuisines they serve. I'll click, I'll drag this on columns, but I'll click the drop down, go to measure, and I'll choose count distinct here. Let me sort this in descending order and switch on labels. Okay. So these are the restaurant names and these are cuisines they serve. Let me give a title here as distribution of number of cuisines based on restaurants. Okay. So we got the restaurant and cuisines, country based on the table booking, based on order delivery, and this is number of restaurants in each country. Let's go to new sheet and let us have a restaurant name on rows, add all members, and we have here a rating. Okay, so let me drag a rating on columns. And if I go, to my data source and I look at uh, the column of rating, rating text. Okay, this is what we are getting over here as rating text of excellent, very good, and so on. Okay, so let me come back to the sheet. And so rating text, I got it over here. And now on columns, let me drag rating text and drop it on text over here. Okay, and I'll choose fit width and if we so here we are looking at data with respect to what is the rating, whether it is average, excellent, good, or so on. We can as well click the drop down of rating text, click on show filter, uncheck all and only look for excellent. So we will get here the restaurants with excellent rating or with very good, excellent and very good, both. Okay, so let me select all here and let me drag rating text on color and let's give a title here as summary of restaurants based on ratings. Okay, all right. Let's go to new worksheet and let us have a restaurant name on rows, add all members, and now let's get uh, aggregate rating and sort this in descending order. Click the drop down, go to measure, choose average. And now sort this in descending order and switch on label. So you are going to see the restaurants with the ratings showing up over here. Now, if I click the drop down of the rating here and click on show filter, okay, so either you go with this or, as range of values or at least, or let's stick with the same option of range of values. So if I just type here, 4 4.9. So I'm only looking at restaurants with the rating of 4. If I am choosing here 3 to 4.9, that means I'll see 3 and 4 ratings of restaurants. All right. Let us now give a title here as in we can add one more thing. I don't think we have added that here. Yes. The price range, sorry, the average cost per two can be added over here. And I want to again click the drop down and I'll go to measure and I'll choose average here as well. Okay, let's choose this 0, okay, 0 to 4.9. And if you wish to have filter for this, yes, you can have a filter for your average cost as well. Okay, and okay. For differentiation, I'll click here on this capsule, click on color, choose light blue. And for average cost, I'll click on it, click on color, and I'll choose light brown. Okay. And if I click this icon here, it gets sorted in descending order or based on the average cost. If I do it over here, it gets sorted based on descending order for the rating. Okay. So let's have based it on the average cost and we'll have a comparison of average rating and cost for two based on restaurants. Okay. All right. We are good to go. Let's go to our new dashboard. Let's click the drop down here. Click on range. Go for fixed. In custom, we'll choose PowerPoint, and that is launch PowerPoint. Choose blank presentation. Click on the text box. Get rid of the text box. This time, let's look for design here and click the drop down of design. And let's see if we can go with depth. Click on depth, look for orange color. Let's try to save this file, save as, and save it as, let's say, 4, 8. Oh dear, I should have saved it as uh, PNG. All right. Let me click on save, just this one. Come back to Tableau, and my uh, image is over here. I'll double click image, click on choose the background, click open, fit image, center image, check these two boxes, click OK, and starting sheet number 5. That's till sheet 4, you have the KPI. Starting sheet 5 is where we need to bring the visual. So click on floating. Sheet 5 is up over here. The remove your legend. Then sheet 6 is over here. Okay, you can quickly click the drop down, go to fit, and choose standard so that you have the scroll bar to scroll through. Okay, so sheet 7. Okay, I got the sheet 7. Let me just align it. It's fine. All right, then we have sheet 8 over here. We can increase the height of sheet 8. Then sheet 9. Take care of the height. Let me get rid of the legend. Sorry, filters here. Let me get the filters back. Filter can be here. I'll remove the legend. And the last is sheet 10. Let me drag this one, align it, increase the height. Okay, the filters. So we'll move the filters over here. 1, this is 2, this is 3. And I'll click the drop down and choose multiple values. Drop down and squeeze it. Okay. Now I need to, okay, I don't need this legend. I'll remove it. We need the KPIs. So sheet 1, I'll bring it over here. Right click, hide title, and let me squeeze it. Decide the final size later. Then sheet 2, right click, hide title, then squeeze this one. See the exact size later. Sheet 3. You can right click, hide title, squeeze it. Then sheet 4, right click, hide title, and squeeze it. Okay. So Just trying to see how much I can, try to squeeze them. Then we'll decide the final size. Um, okay. Total votes here. Doing this one also. The size for total votes is, width is 120 by 90. If I try to do the same thing here as 120 by 90, and this one as well, 120 by 9. Okay, then I can align it over here. This one as well. And let me arrange the same thing, 120 by 90. It's done as well. Okay. I just need to check their Y as a height. This is 63. This is also 63. This is 64, so it should become 63. This one is 64, so it should become 63. Okay, this all looks very good. Okay. Let us have a title. Also, let me align this. I'm not align this one properly. Okay. That is now okay. So, let me click on dashboard here, and text is here. I click and drag, take it up over here. So this is Zomato data analysis with key performance indicators. Okay. Now, uh, let me, you can choose the font that I've been using. I increase the font to 24. Okay. All right. Now let's do one more thing here. I'll right click on the sheet here and I'll click format. I'll click on shading. In worksheet dropdown, I'll choose none. And I want to do that for all one by one. So things becomes uh, transparent. So for all, I'm choosing none. Okay. Uh, okay. That is step one. Step two, the font. I'd like to choose the font as cyan. Again, one by one for all. And choose it as cyan. And okay. And let me here. Cyan. Again, choosing cyan done. Map. Okay, we'll leave it as it is. All right, we still have grid lines over here, so I'll click on lines. In grid lines, I'll choose none. They are now gone. I have the vertical line. I can, Simply click on the axis rulers, choose none, that is gone. These ticks and these ticks can also go axis ticks, none, that's gone. Zero reference line, that's also gone. So that's totally clear. Uh, okay, here as well, I need to click the drop down, choose none, uh, rulers, none, uh, we choose rulers as none, and the axis ticks as none, that's gone. Zero reference line, that is also clear. Now here we have the pane, right? So I believe I have to click on the borders, and in borders, in row divider, if I choose none, yeah, that's gone. In column divider, if I choose none, that is also not gone. Yeah, it's totally clear now. Let's click on this again. So this is all clear. I have to do the same thing here also. So firstly, sheets, lines, none, then borders, so choosing none here. And in column divider also choose none, that's gone. Then this is zero reference line if they remove that. And axis sticks remove. Okay, it is clear. Here I have to do the same thing as well. None, borders, none here. Column also choose none. Then, okay, here zero lines choose none. Axis sticks choose none. Okay, this is all clear. All done. Uh, okay, we can click on close. And here, um, in the this one, let me click the drop down, click on format, format this filter. And in body, I would like to choose the color is black. Okay. In font for title, I'll choose like this. Okay. So that it's okay over there. Here, again, you can choose shading. Uh, Actually, here I have to click the drop down, go to, sorry, right click and then format and then shading and choose none. Then the next one, choose none and none and choose none. Then click here in the font, choose PN and PN and CN and okay. So we are done analyzing. We just need one more thing, that is a filter to make it totally driven by a specific filter. Let us get the filter based on, let's say, countries. Okay, so I'll click on the map, click the drop down, go to filter, then I'll choose country. The filter is showing here. I'll click the drop down, choose multiple values drop down. Let me squeeze it and I'll place it over here. Uh, don't worry, we can find a way for this. Just country, and to make it active for all, apply to worksheets, all using this data source. That is one, and click the drop down format. This filter font should be this. Now this is all good. I'm clear. And if we choose this, uncheck all, and if I choose Australia, this is the details for Australia. Okay, Brazil, this is the details for Brazil. Canada, then India. All right, so whatever you're selecting, you're getting the details accordingly. All right, so now let's save this. Click on File, save it as Zomato KPI analysis project 3.